There we go. Oh, we're live. I didn't even see it this time. I wasn't even paying attention.
What? Man, to win it already, John? Jeepers,
Oh.
jeepers creeping right up on us. Hey, guys, usually we're talking about something really exciting when it pops up. Guess what? This time we didn't even know it was going live. I was kind of just like looking out into outer space, like, And John was, he'd already just told me, hey, he's maxing and relaxing tonight. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, this is laid back, baby. So, minute to win it. Let's talk about how being laid back is good. That's what we're going to talk about for this minute to win it. Laid back, you let the world flow. It's the best way to be, guys. So, if you have somebody around you that's making you not feel laid back, remember old Tommy D from A Comic Book Look said, you know what? I'm going to just chill it out a little bit today. And I'm going to lay it back just like this. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
all at me, you guys, just so you know, because I'm laid back in my chair, which is completely legit.
I'm just playing around.
I called myself out.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see Chad here? What guys?
What? More like
what guys? It's us guys.
More like butt guys. You know what I'm saying, Chad? Damn. It's because we got nice asses. That's why we're the butt guys. Okay, yeah, my boy Matt. Matt knows what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying here, Matt. So you know what? That kicks it off. Minute to win it. Matt's in. He knows what I'm talking about. Keep it laid back, folks. And we are going to be talking about comics, and it's the new format, so it's going to be a little bit different. But before we get into that, minute to win it's over. Johnny Boy's going to start us off, and we'll have an official start to this show. Don't you think, Johnny Boy?
Yep, I completely support this. So without further ado, the best drum roll a guy can muster on a glass desk. That was really dumb. There we go. Oh my gosh, that was horrible too. But hey everybody, it's A Comic Book Look. It's your boy John on Demand, aka Werewolf Wednesday, baby. Off the moon. We got books to talk about. Well, book singular. But I am Mr. aka read a comic book today that came out today, which hasn't happened in probably a year or so with my friends. So that's fantastic. Joined by co-CEO Tom Devine. There can only be one Midwest Highlander. And we are A Comic Book Look, proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics, crushing it, rocking it out, being amazing, and looking forward to chopping it up tonight. I am so dedicated to our new format that the other new books I purchased are out in the living room. I didn't even bring them with because we're not talking about them.
Yep, I don't have mine either. Mine are not by my show. My show me pile is one book. I'll show the back of it. You're not even going to see the front until we start talking about it. So straight up, Chad read 5 comics. He beat me. I read none of my comics, but I've been reading this book. And not prepared to talk about it because it's not my I've been reading this book a bunch. Fun Girl.
Yes.
It's so good. I mean, I love every second of it. I mean, it's basically, I've read a lot of it on Instagram already, but man, some of the best just comedy comics around for today's world. And Silver Sprocket is just dominating. It's like, if they put out a book, it's usually like kind of a banger.
That's awesome. Yes. Chop and Drop is in the building. Happy new comic book day, comic book road. And then Sarge, I'm still awake. Jeez,
whoa! Appearance, guys, from a legend, an ACBL legend. Oh, Sarge, it's good to see you. Salute you, buddy. We miss you.
Bro, when are we gonna get you back on the show, Sarge?
Come on. I know we miss you. I mean, actually, I just got to see you. I see you're beautiful, the lovely wife, the lovely daughter. Man, you're crushing life, Sarge. But you know what? Let's talk about books, okay?
Whoa. I just got to get to Matt super quick.
Oh, Matt, I'm sorry, I didn't see this. Come up, Matt.
Just me and the 7 Hellspawn, so I haven't gotten to read any books this week. This is a hot topic. Look at this. Chop and Drop haven't unfortunately been able to get to books for a couple weeks, so I'm not alone. We talked about this.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you too, Mike. Oh.
But John, you have let's not talk about today. You feel their pain, right? I mean, you've been in the same ballpark as them.
Yes, it's, as you can see behind me, this is a prime example of what my world looks like. I cannot show you the rest of my office because it is It's kind of what you see on Hoarders, but not, because half of it actually is organized, and then the other half is terrible. But I'm processing a brick I got from Christina Blanche, like this many horror books. I got, 2 months worth of new stuff I haven't read yet, and not to mention all the horror stuff I haven't read yet. I haven't read any of this cutie yet, this werewolf. So I'm working on it, you guys. But it's just a game of time and resources, and maybe I'll just take some PTO. I won't be at the shop for a week.
Exactly.
Right.
How is this is way off topic, but I know you watched it, so I wanted to ask you before we get into reviews. Is She-Hulk? I have not checked it. I have a thing for ladies that are green.
Right.
Should I be watching it? And I also made this mouth out of this thing. Hey, John, how are you doing today? I wanted to know, do you like She-Hulk?
I am living for the voice. All right, you guys. So She-Hulk gets a 1 out of 6 beers. Guys, I'm kidding. I loved it. 6 out of 6 beers. Relax.
That was so funny, John. You had me, man.
Bro, no, I absolutely loved it, man. I've been raving about it. I'm making Ken get up tomorrow morning. We're gonna watch it before work, and he hates getting up, but he'll do it for the. I see you, Chop. Yeah, no, completely agreed, Matt. It was fun as all hell. It was great. Read 5 books instead of gaming or watching TV. Attaboy, Chad. Bench press that. Yep. Yeah, She-Hulk was a lot of fun, and the show gets a lot of flack. A lot of people are putting it up there with Miss Marvel in terms of any criticism or whatever. But for me, honestly, I'm enjoying the diversity of the shows, just because it's something fresh, something new, and the fact that I don't know. I feel like a lot of these people that are so critical of these things, if you sit back, since when have we ever been in a position to have such a diverse amount of media that all goes to the same story? What? So what are you complaining about? Like for me, I'm so excited about it. I don't know. I think that a lot of angry fanboys out there are mad just about maybe notes or something from the show that they don't agree with in their personal lives. And that's fine. I mean, for me, I love all of it. I love Marvel. And I love what they're accomplishing on the big screen. So
yeah, I didn't know
my take on it. But
yeah, I mean, come on, man. If you're watching She-Hulk, which is, the 50th show from Marvel that ties into the 100th movie that ties into all this, and you're like, I don't know if it's like, okay, then don't watch it, man. Maybe it's not for you. But yeah, I just love that also that we're getting all this stuff. It's so funny. Like I said, I haven't watched it, but maybe I haven't watched any of the TV shows except for the first couple of episodes and last episode of WandaVision. So I need to get into Loki. I will definitely try to watch that one. But yeah. I just wanted to hear what you had to say. So cool, man.
Yeah. Very cool. Absolutely loved it. Derek's checking in here. Just enjoy things for what they are, not what you want them to be. Derek, I just gotta say your picture there. We had that helmet come through the store. So we have another one now at Rainbow, which I'm very excited about. So it just made me think of you right away because you'll always be not Derek to me, but Punisher helmet profile picture, Punisher War Machine helmet picture. Matt saying, I think it's great, but not one of the shows that not one of the shows has been like the other. Yeah, it's a cornucopia of delight, and that's what I like about it is the fact that they're saying, hey, Marvel, we know your books, and we know there's so many different characters, a talking tree, a magician, a god from Norway, all this other stuff. It's fun. It's cool. So
yeah, exactly. We've read comics our whole lives because that's what we like, right? We enjoyed this group of media, or we read Star Wars novels because they tied into the book, and we read Star Trek novels because it tied into the series, and we watched all the different series because we like these giant universes that are telling all these other stories. So for us to get it on such a high budget, large scale, mainstream, it's something that we all should be grateful for.
Plus, if people do beauty coming out this fall. What?
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh man, that's crazy. Yeah. Thank you guys. Yes, I've seen all your comments. Thank you guys. She-Hulk will be its own show for sure once that wraps up, and we make Tom watch it because he absolutely needs to. But yeah, it's just cool. Marvel's a really cool thing to be a part of, and DC does a pretty good job too in terms of books. But I just hope they can catch up with the live action movies at some point, because those characters I feel do deserve to have a storytelling medium just as much as Marvel. So,
well, awesome, man. Well, John, let's get into reviews. I wanna be talking about books. All
let's
right.
do it.
We're talking about comics. I mean, movies are fun, TVs are fun, but let's talk about real comic books. So, let's start talking about reviews. What are you going to be reviewing, John? I know this is a surprise. You said I might have my jaw may be dropped. He wouldn't even show me what he was reviewing before right now. So I still don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know why I chose this one, but I just wanted to do it. So I just saw this on the shelf, and I'm like, no way, but yes way. This is not Marvel. This comes from our friends at Opus. Um, and I went ahead and picked out the Evanescence comic,
Yes.
because I thought it was fantastic. Echoes from the Void
Is
is the
this
book that I read.
Evanescence like the band? Evanescence?
Oh yeah,
Sick.
yeah, dude. And the cover's sick. So Joe from Average Joe's. Joe bought the C cover, like paid for it, and then turned around and handed it to me because
Oh,
he wanted
that's
it.
funny.
So that's in the living room too. But so shout out to Joe for that. But yeah, dude, I was very tickled pink with this. Am I reviewing this right now? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, why not, man? Let's go right into it.
Okay. All right. So first and foremost, you guys, if you consider checking out this book, one thing that I love is a good forward from the author. So Marvel Voices books do a good job of this, and some of the other combination books where there's just a written, hey, check in with me here. This is where we're coming from with the project, etc. This really helped guide my journey when I read through the book, and it's from Amy Lee, the vocalist from Evanescence, and just thoroughly appreciated it. And so this book essentially just talks about a lot of different themes that she and her family had dealt with, dealing with loss, with happiness, with memories, and what the afterlife might look like. I won't spoil all the pages just because if you haven't had a chance to read it yet, but just the artwork, it's really fun and just candid and fluid. So that's one of the spiritual pages. There's a really cool one though that deals with a memory regarding going to pick strawberries between father and daughter. That I thought was really cool. So I just have to find that super quick here because that was like one of my favorite pages. And
wow, I just want to before you go on, John, I just want to say that I mean, first of all, this is crazy. This is such a sweet pick. Oh, wow, it's like that artwork is awesome.
Yeah,
it's not traditional comic book artwork. That's like softer coloring or oh wow. Yeah. That almost looks like it's painted, that kind of style, or even done with colored pencil or something. I mean,
yeah.
Freaking
I completely dig the pages though, and it's funny because the story it's really kind of an isolated thing a little bit where it's kind of a one-off, but it takes like a set of memories and loops them until the person ultimately discovers that, oh wait, I died. And it talks about that kind of a notion too, and it's about coming to terms with how she died and that kind of stuff. And so there's repeating memories like going to a concert, which Amy's up there singing. If that's I'm assuming that's probably Amy being depicted there.
Sure.
But it's just I really appreciated the well thought outness of the book. I think that one thing I really liked though, like I said, was the sensory piece. And so when you tap into things that aren't just what we see on the page, but things that we can smell, like fresh strawberries or flowers when we're in a field of flowers, when we're hanging out with our family, or is it the decay of death or the cold waters of the afterlife kind of a thing? These are things that are really powerful storytelling agents that a lot of the books that I read don't tap into, to be frank. They don't. Because when you look at like a Marvel book, it's just go, go, go. It's action, it's plot, it's drama, it's all that. But sometimes we're not tapping into some of those other senses like smell or hearing or anything like that.
Totally.
You know, an exception to like the hearing one that I always appreciated with like a Daredevil is the presence of Braille. And maybe some of the artwork with how Daredevil would see things. I remember there were a couple of runs where I was like, they just started out with a bang, like just different creative directions, and I really dug that. So yeah, this was a fascinating piece to me. I'm glad I got it. I love Evanescence. I listened to them from their first album, and even their latest album is a lot of fun. This issue only had 2 variant covers, and so on the back of the issue, Opus is just huge on lifting up. So this is an upcoming Korn and Evanescence show with show dates. And then they do like a variant cover checklist on the inside of all the different covers. They lift up other projects, and I do gotta say the cover I did not get that I should have. This is a Zelda Breath of the Wild tribute cover, and I
Cool.
thought that was pretty dope. Like I really appreciated that. So there is another issue coming up, so that's exciting to me too. The final page I just wanted to show here was just kind of the end where the dead daughter meets up with her dad, and it's beneath this beautiful tree, and it pops so hard. Like I love the contrast. I love just thinking of autumn and sharing that moment with someone, having leaves falling around you and things like that. I adore it. I think that I'm really glad that I checked this book out. And it was just something different for me. I'm glad that I took time to read the foreword and just kind of get into the mood of the book. I can't recommend it enough, though. I thought it was really fun. So
Wow. I mean, yes, I'm blown away. So did you know, or did you have this expectation when you went into this book that you were going to have this artistic, kind of deep, serious stories? It sounds like.
No.
And was it one long story? Did it tell different?
Yep.
One.
It was like one long story, but it kept repeating some of the memories to the point of, oh wait, something's off. And so it was kind of interesting to follow along in that regard.
Yeah, and then I was going to ask you if you like the band, but you answered that. So you have listened to Evanescence forever.
Yeah, I used to play their songs on piano way back in the day.
Oh, cool. Do you have can you hit those high pitched voice notes like she can?
Yeah, no.
Oh, sick, John. Wow.
Yeah.
Great. So what's the beer rating?
Beer rating on this, you guys. I as much as I would love to have a beer with Amy Lee, I'm gonna have to give her a slide across the whole 6-pack.
Ooh, cool.
And I'll get a glass of wine or something. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to stay thirsty, but it was a great book. It really was. I highly recommend it. Chad, I see you. I can throw it in your pull box for you.
Mm-hmm. Nice. That's cool.
Yeah. So happy I picked it up.
Yeah.
Really quick, before we jump in here, Tom. Aaron Evans, did you hear this?
What? God damn it. I mean, Aaron, I'm so happy for you, dude. You're gonna have so much fun. I'm just upset a little bit because
I won't be there.
So say hi to John. Definitely get a pic. Make sure you guys get pictures together and stuff. And maybe
he's coming to Rainbow.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. Aaron, you're making a trek to Sioux Falls, bro. Dude, that's so cool. You're gonna have a blast, man.
For everybody that doesn't know Aaron's a longtime friend of the show. And Aaron just started a part-time job at Comic Book College up in the Twin Cities. And They just moved locations. So Aaron's helping getting that new store going and looking forward to showing off Rainbow and having him enjoy SuperCon coming up next month.
So cool.
Yeah.
Chop and Drop asks, when is SuperCon? John, do you want to lay him with that knowledge?
Chop and Drop SuperCon is Friday, September 30th through Sunday, October 2nd.
Yep. And go to supercon.com. Even on your phone, you'll see a bunch of stuff. I know they've been working on that and stuff.
I'll throw it in the
Also, they got great social media, so follow them around, spread the love, shed the 605 comic book love, baby. But yeah, John, anything else to go over before I start jumping into my review?
Nope. I got a couple of things at the end. Remind me to bring up shop stuff at the end.
Okay, shop stuff. I'm gonna make the note. And so, guys, as we said, we're new for those who don't watch all the time, we're doing it different. We used to talk about, a couple weeks ago, we talked about all the books we bought as they came out on Wednesday. Now I was getting a little bored with that, so I pitched to John, maybe we did something different, and I wanted to talk deep about comics, just like John went into that Evanescence, and we got to look at those strawberries and see all those cool panels. And so dope. I really loved that, because I haven't been able to kind of get your perspective on comics for a little while. And so now, that's what we're doing, guys. So if you were wondering, like, when are they going to talk about what comics they picked up today? Well, we're not going to. But I picked up Power Wash. This is Power Wash by Josh Pettinger, picked up through Instagram, and then sent to me in the mail. It is, it's $8, says on the back. It's like a really nice thick. This is a really cool book. This is an indie book. This Josh dude, he's up on the rise. He put out, maybe some people may have heard of Goiter, the only other book that I've read of him that I picked up through strangers. But when I saw this, I was stoked. No idea what any of this could be, but he pushes the boundaries of what even should be in comics at all the time. And you guys know that I love that. I mean, a comic book book comes on, we're founded on comic books like this. This is a comic book legend of a comic book look. Our love is real. Okay. So these are the kind of books that we, a comic book look, are founded on. And this book is so funny. So it stars this guy, and his name is it's not Ted and it's not Edward, it's Tedward. And Tedward is this schmo right here. He gets talked into. So we'll kind of open it up. We get Power Wash. We can see it's going to be a black and white indie. You can kind of see this guy's style, right? I mean, we're talking kind of bare minimum type of indie comic booking. But we go through. He loses his girlfriend right here. His girlfriend breaks up with him. It's really tough. And so this guy right here, he kind of hears that his girlfriend breaks up with him, and so he's like, "Hey, you know what? Be a man, take advantage. I have the best for you. I'm going to make you into the greatest thing ever." And so he's like, starts investing in this guy, and he starts, he goes way too far. He buys this guy a new apartment. He sells all his old apartments. He sells all this guy's collectibles. And the guy's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, You're a new man, and I have a new job for you. And this job is going to be to power wash. And he's like, "Okay, whatever. This is some dumb comic that keeps on going." Well, he finally gets to the job. He meets his trainer. This lady is his trainer, his first day on the job, and she has to. And then what they have to do is they end up having to power wash these crazy sex parties that are for the ultra rich. So there would be like I'm not going to show the panels because of course, but there would be a bunch of people all having like a big old fun time. And then there would be bodily fluids everywhere that need to be power washed. So then he would come in and power wash people really quick and then try to get in and out of there as fast as he can. And he hates this job. But then he's like, "I want to quit." And they're like, "Sorry, you owe this for the rental of the power wash. You owe this for the apartment, this for the, all the things." He's like, "I don't want this apartment. I want my collectibles back." I mean, and then he has to keep on power washing. Eventually he just leaves. He says, I'm going back to my old apartment. He says, "I don't owe you anything." Yada, yada, yada. But along the ride, it is super funny. It ends with, because I'm spoiling this thing. It's okay. I'll tell you what, the story is not in the fun part, but at the end, it's just glorious. He gets into a battle with the guy who originally talked him into doing this power washing, and this whole entire time, it's so absurd. It's so over the top. but it kind of has that, you know, like understated, alternative, counterculture feel to the entire thing that is like what is my love in comics. I feel like I've always been searching for comics like this. I love, you know, these comics that are different, are offbeat, that you can't find everywhere else. I feel because they just aren't mainstream enough. And yes, you know, I love everything I get from Rainbow, but there's a world of comics that I didn't really even know about until recently. So now I'm just like, I've been really loving this small press scene, these scenes that are people are making their own comics. I think it is so cool and putting them out there. And then being able in today's day and age to put out like a really solid, really good comic by yourself is awesome. You know, I put out Spork recently. I've been drawing a whole bunch. I want to put out my own comic. You know, Mark Wagner from Sioux Falls, friend of the show, he's put out his stuff. He's inspired the hell out of me with everything that he does. I mean, I know I'll never be as good, but now that I've been reading and looking at all this small press stuff, it's like, hey man, it doesn't fucking matter. It's like if I enjoy doing it and I have a good time doing it and I like it, then you know then I'm going to keep doing it. And it's like books like this that inspire me. So yeah, total. Yeah, shout out, baby. But yeah, total 6 out of 6 for me as well here on by Josh. I absolutely loved it. So funny.
Boom. Well, that's awesome. Well, geez Louise. We definitely met in the middle tonight then.
And what a crazy instance. I mean, Evanescence, you picked such a wild book, John. That's so awesome. And I mean, I thought I was going to have the wild book. Not the case at all. Yeah, man. But
yeah, couple of comments here that I caught. That's cool.
Isn't that a fun one right there? And just look at those, that white and black, that inks. I love all that shit. You know, that's cool.
Matt was saying he digs the new format. Very good to hear. Thank you so much. It's a direction that we've always enjoyed, you know, reviewing books, and in the past it has led to literal presidential candidacy debates. And it's seriously, you can go in our back stock. It's in there somewhere. I have no idea where. Sleepy Readers in the building. Damien, thank you so much for tuning in, man. Always good to see you. Oh man.
Sleepy. Why you're here, man? Hey, I heard the Floating World Comics got like a new location. Hopefully everything's good with that, and they keep on putting out comics, because yeah, I mean, kind of once you turn me on to those guys, I buy every single thing that they put out. So yeah, hope the new shop's awesome.
On the Power Wash note, Sleepy follows up with, is there a website to buy it?
You know, I honestly bought it from like DMing him on Instagram. So let me see if I can find out what his Instagram handle is. I guess it's just Josh Pettinger. Oh, you can go to goiter.bigcartel.com. Can I put it in the notes? Can I do a note?
Oh, yeah.
John?
Yeah, you can throw it in the comments.
Okay, let me see how I do that. Oh, maybe do I click this? Nope, that's to stop Russian aggression. So that's
oh my god,
one. But I don't know how to put it in the notes. But anyway,
you want me to do it? What is it?
Goiter, GOITER.
TER.
Yep. .bigcartel. That's with a CARTEL.com.
.com. Okay.
Yep. But yeah, this dude, he's really good. So I don't know. It feels like there's these there's a few really up and coming new guys that are really awesome and they're hilarious. And yeah, this Josh Pettinger's one of them. That Nate Garcia's, you know, one of them. There's some other good ones. I'm missing them right now, but that Caroline Cash, I mean, she's crushing. Whoever does this fun girl, so funny. Who's this? Elizabeth Pitch. I mean, yeah, there's so many really good up and coming creators that I think we're going to see a lot from. That's awesome, dude. Sleepy, I know you will like this. I will guarantee you, if I know the person who would like it, it's definitely Sleepy Reader. So yeah, man, you're definitely gonna like it.
Also, okay, yeah. There was one other thing. Oh, Matt had a question. Any info on the release of the next issue of Nice House on the Lake? I don't know immediately. I feel like that's one of those that's been kind of a moving target lately. So I will definitely keep an eye out for it. But,
on that subject, I would like to say something though, because Matt, I'm with you, dude. How on point were they when they started coming out, and then after, it's almost like these last 3 issues have taken so long. So I don't know, is it the artist, or is the writing not done? Are they trying to maybe not have a definitive ending when they start? I don't know, but yeah, dude, I'm eerily anticipating that the next Nice House on the Lake as well.
I like it. I think it's fun.
Totally.
Couple of things with the shop that I just wanted to lift up. Actually, no, really just 2. First of all, just a quick bookkeeping thing for you guys. We've had we get this question a lot at the register. And this is for people in state and people out of state that are just looking for a place to get their books from. We do pull lists, and it's free. So with setting up a pull list, I just need first and last name and phone number, and we set up a pull list. We need to hear from you about once a month would be ideal. If you're not able to make it in, just keep us in the loop on what's going on. If we don't hear from you in over 3 months, that's a lot of books that are sitting back there. They go back to the back stock and inventory. Sometimes we'll get people that are concerned about, why do you close my box and all this other stuff. And we've had a couple of instances of that in the past couple of months. And it's not the end of the world, but it's just something where then we have to scramble and go find the books if we have them. But it's just something, whether or not you're with our shop or you're with a different store, just communicate is the name of the game. Because what John Nordstrom likes to say, and this is a really good way of putting it, yeah, we're happy to hold on to it for you until our arms get tired. And so, because it's space, it's just building up books and thinking of pulls that you have set up and you're putting books in weekly and you're not picking them up, that just can lead to a bit of a mess. And so we really, really would appreciate hearing from you. But it is entirely free. We have customers all over the country. So happy to help out with shipping needs and so forth. I do a lot of that myself, but super easy to do. So definitely just keep that in mind. If you're a customer at Rainbow and you just have your eye on certain titles, set up a box so that way we can set aside a copy for you. And then you don't need to rush in to make sure you get it in time. So,
of course. And just to let everybody know, I recently changed my box number. I didn't know you could customize it. I've been pull list 41 since I was
forever.
The 41th guy who set it up. Guess what I am now? Pull list 420, baby. Oh, customize. Only guy in Sioux Falls. Get the best one.
Oh my God. That was amazing. So that's that. The other thing I wanted to lift up was it's Morphin time coming up, which is exciting. So Jason David Frank, the Green Power Ranger, is coming to Rainbow on Sunday, September 11th, starting at 1 p.m. A couple of questions I've been getting. Tickets, there's no price to them because the ticket is a placeholder to meet him. Now, if you want to get something signed or if you want to get a selfie with him, those items would be $60 cash. Or there's a comic shop special where you can get 2 signed items and a selfie for $120 cash. So if you're interested in coming to this event, and I'm going to keep saying this every week, hit the ATM before you come because we do not have an ATM at Rainbow Comics. And I don't want to see anyone in the last minute pinch or lose their spot in line or whatever. There might be one at the gas station right next door at Taylor's. I think there is. Otherwise, just come prepared. Is all that I ask. The other thing with that, tickets go live, not on sale. Tickets go live the Saturday right before it. So Saturday, the 10th of September, give us a call at the store. We'll most likely just need your first, last, and phone number to add you into the app. You will need to download an app onto your smartphone called Telegram. And that's how we track and manage the queue of people to see Jason David Frank. We would call you about 10 to 15 minutes before your time and get you to the store. So that way you are not having to hang out all day. You can go eat lunch or whatever, shop here, shop there, whatever. But just wanted to give you guys a heads up with some of that bookkeeping stuff. I'll keep talking about it on Rainbow Live, you know, when we stream from the store, as well as on here. We're very excited about this. It's a cool opportunity. I just want to make sure that I get the information out there to help make it as smooth as possible for everybody that's coming. So,
you're the man, John. Simple as that.
all right, that's all I had, Tom. We got a couple of exciting things on the horizon. Right now, Tom's keeping me going with a comic book look, and he's making me read comics to review them. Woo! It's strenuous, but yeah,
it's tough work, but someone's
Tony,
gonna do it.
Can I call in on Saturday? Yes, you can, or you can Facebook the shop. It comes straight to my phone. Either way is fine. But just do it on that Saturday.
Perfect.
But yeah, no, we got a comic book look. Tom doesn't know this yet. I think I mentioned it to you actually, maybe. Bill from Comic Book Bears reached out and wants to do something like once a month or so, maybe once every other week, to talk about back issues, like what we got, you know, our top 10, whatever, and why. So that's really cool to me because Bill is a very special guy to me. He's a mentor in a lot of ways. He has managed Comic Book Bears about as long as we've been doing a comic book look. And he's really had a way of like shaping the community through the bear community and just really making a lot of cool connections. And I truly do look up to him with his experience with comics and his way with people. And so the fact that he's coming at me like, dude, let's do the show together is just such a compliment. And I'm like, dude, let's do it. That's awesome.
Yeah, you got to do it. And we all want to hear you guys talk about back stock or back issues. So it sounds awesome.
Gangster. Yep. And then the final thing is something wicked is approaching. I am learning right now how to do custom intro videos. And so once I get that taken care of, we're going to be doing a comic book look intro. We're going to be doing one for the Bill and John show. And then I'm going to be doing one for this little spooky thing that I'm going to be planning where I'm going to be reviewing only horror books. And I got a long box and 3 short boxes that tells me we're going to be filming that bad boy for a while. So I'm pretty excited about that. All of this is going to feed right through the Comic Book Look channel. So it's on me right here. It's concise. You'll see Tom on every single project. It's going to be awesome. I love working with Tom. And I'm just so excited to kind of branch out and make the volume of stuff that I have to do work for me. Yeah. Because on one show I can talk about what I bought, and then on the next I can just talk about what I thought about it.
Yeah.
So, pretty sick.
Exactly.
So I'm really looking forward to that too.
John, you're a YouTube master, man. No doubt about it.
No, I'm just half. Team effort.
That's right.
Team effort.
That's right.
That's it, man. That's all I had. Oh, I had this. I don't know what the heck happened here, but like got a scar on it or something.
Oh,
this was the custom Funko of me from the wedding.
Can you believe that, guys? I mean, that is a Funko of John. So freaking cool, man.
No, I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, you should be.
All right.
Well, cool, guys. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. I mean, John, yeah, and great always talking to you, homie. And always good hearing the shop news. Thanks for everybody who commented tonight and checked everything out. We really appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys get a chance, just follow Josh Pettinger. I think it's worth it. I think, yeah, if you like alternative stuff, stuff that pushes the line and maybe a little gross, you should check them out.
It's awesome. All right. Well, I am totally chewing right now. You close it down.
Okay, I'll do my best. If I miss anything, John will try to help me out here. But hey, we're Comic Book Look. I'm Tom Stu Divine on Instagram. You can find him on all the socials at John On Demand. You can also follow a Comic Book Look on all the socials. You can go to go to Rainbow Comics, of course. It's on the corner of 41st or 40th in Minnesota Avenue. And it's the best comic shop around. Also have one in Lincoln, Nebraska. And you can go to their website. You can just order from them. You can call John. You can message them, all the different ways of getting that stuff. Check out SuperCon, of course. It's Morphin time at the shop, like John said, soon. So don't forget about that. And yeah, that's all I got. So without further ado, keep it comics. Boom.
Boom.